everyone. Welcome to the first ever GCU Live Stream Tour. My name's Aiden, and I'm going to be one of your hosts here today. My major is Christian Studies with an emphasis in global ministry, and I'm currently a junior here on campus.
Hi guys, my name is Paul. I'm going into my senior year here at GCU, studying sports management with a minor in finance and economics. I'll be your other host for the day.
And like we said, we're going to be here just to answer some questions for you as your host, and we also have some wonderful tour guides that are going to be out on campus there to show you around.
So feel free to leave any comments below, and we'll get to those as quick as we can.
Yeah, so right now we're going to drop it to Innocent. He's at the center of campus. Innocent, are you ready?
On the far side of this building. Oh. Hello, my name is Innocent. I'm a student here. I've been here for 3 years. I'm studying exercise science with emphasis in sport performance. I'm Congolese, born and raised in Rwanda, and I've been here in the States since 2011. I've lived in Denver for a bit and then moved down here to Arizona. I went to Alhambra, which is down the street. That was the high school that I went to. And that's all. Short bio about me. We are standing in front of student engagement building, and in here we have counselors on the second floor who are here for you to talk to whenever you need somebody to talk to. They're free. You don't have to pay anything to see them. We also have outdoor recreation on the bottom floor, on the first floor. They do trips to the Grand Canyon. They go to California for surfing. They go up north for snowboarding and all those fun activities. We also have CAB, which is right next to us. Stands for Kenyan Activity Boards, and those guys, they're here to do fun events. They do events such as Mr. GCU, which is a men's beauty pageant. They do lip sync battle, as well as Jamba Jam, which happens here. They get a small group of people to do like a little music thing. We also have ASGCU, which is student government for GCU. They listen to our problems. We do petitions. They run it to the board, and the board usually, they always listen to us. For example, we just had Taco Bell. We are the only campus in the States that have Taco Bell on their campus. We petitioned for it last year. Now we got it, thanks to our ASGCU people. Next, we have local outreach. Local outreach, they do they have ministries for homeless ministry. They do Kenyan Kids, which happens at the park that's right behind GCU. It's owned by City of Phoenix, but we use it to do volunteers. We get kids around the neighborhood, and we take them, play games, give them snacks, talk to them about Jesus, and all the fun stuff. We also have global ministry that does helps with going outside of the country to talk about Jesus. You also do mission trips. We also do like disaster relief. Last year, some kids gave up their fall break to go help in Houston where they had a flood. Now we're going to move on. On our right side, we have a student union, which at the first floor has food such as sliced pizza, habit, and on the second floor we have our GCBC, which stands for Grand Canyon Beverage Company, and that is run by students. Excuse me. It is run by students, and on the third and fourth floor it is our library. We do have a small section of library, but most of them are done they're just computers and study desks, because GCU is an online-based school. Now we're gonna move on to our third location, which is gonna be, oh, excuse me. There's a graduation today, that's why I have a lot of people here. It is Thunderground, and I'll let you guys see it in a minute. And so we in Thunderground, there is many fun stuff that you guys will be able to see in a minute. We go there to just relax or study if you wanted to, get food. There is Taco Bell, as I mentioned, in there. We also have a market that happens every Monday, Thursday, Saturday. That is a farmer's market, so you don't really have to go off campus to get anything. That is the way you do it. You get a basket and you pay $11. They have fruits, they have different kind of vegetables, and you just buy it and you fill the basket as much stuff as you can, and that's it. We also have Zoyo, which is like a frozen yogurt, and it is, oh, excuse me, every Wednesday they do like 50% off if you walk in with your PJs on. So if you really like ice cream, you should come here every Wednesday. As I said, this is the underground, and that is Taco Bell on our left side, my left side. And behind me, that is where the farmers market happens, and that's frozen toyo. Now we're gonna go downstairs to see the other part of the underground. Welcome to the underground. Here we have our 6 bowling lanes, and it costs 50 cents for students to use 1 lane, or $2.50 for non-GCU students. So that's really cheap. We also have different kind of games here. We have that one game that I don't know the name. You just try to hook the ring on that hook thing. We have foosball in the back. We have a section here where people come to relax. Excuse me. Right now they have something going on, so they have just couches up. There's different couches here where you can come and relax, watch TV if you wanted to. We also have pool. We have tennis table that happens over there. We have giant Jenga somewhere in the back. We have fabulous staff that works here. Hello, and people playing pool. Every Thursday night, there's karaoke that happens here. You don't really have to sign up. You don't pay for anything. You just show up, and if you can sing, go ahead and sing. I love to come here and watch. I cannot sing myself, so I just love to come watch people sing. And also one thing I'll mention, if you look on the side walls, there is arts all around this place, even in the back over there. This is done by students. If you're artsy, all you gotta do is just do a sketch, send it to the people in charge, and if they approve it, they will just let you do it. It's all great. They do it every 2 years. So if you come to GCU and really artsy, please come and do some design for us. Now I'm gonna pass it back to the studio.
Thanks, Innocent. We're big fans of Taco Bell down here in GCU, right?
Yeah, we actually had kids camp out for the grand opening of our Taco Bell. Kids will camp out for anything here if incentivized enough, and free tacos is definitely incentive enough to camp out for a night. It's so nice outside that, it's just fun to spend a night outside anyway. So Aiden, you definitely spent a lot of time with student engagement as well. So would you like to tell people about kind of what you've done with student engagement?
Yeah, so I've had the privilege the past 2 years to be involved with ASGCU, both as a freshman and a sophomore. And so I like to point out that as a sophomore, GCU has that opportunity to give scholarship to get involved on campus, as Innocent talked about. And so some of the things that we did on campus for ASGCU was some big event planning. So we do this really cool event that my team did called Midnight Breakfast. And so my team planned a breakfast at midnight for the student body right in front of the arena. It was an absolute blast. And so we got free donuts, free Stampedes, which are our energy drink right here, catered by Grand Canyon Beverage Company that Innocent pointed out. And we got a ton of breakfast burritos and just had some entertainment. It was really fun to just bond with the rest of the community here at GCU. And so getting to do that and get scholarship from the university is just a fantastic opportunity, one of the several opportunities that GCU gives to get involved on campus.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so we did have some questions come in, and so we want to answer those for you. And so the first one, both of us are going to answer that. And so, Paul, what's been your favorite part about being a student here at GCU?
My favorite part just being a student at GCU has definitely been the people. The community aspect here on campus is so strong. It really feels like it's one big family. So we do have about over 20,000 on-ground students, but it's really a compact campus. So really you get to see people you know all the time. There's all those different student events put on by the Canyon Activities Board or by ASGCU, such as Midnight Breakfast, like Innocent and Aiden have been talking about. And those are just great ways to meet new people and be really a big part of the on-campus community. And it really makes you feel like you're a part of GCU, and that's one of the most special places about this school to me. I definitely didn't feel that at any of the other schools I went to. This was definitely the most unique place that I went to for sure. What about you?
Yeah, I think my favorite part about GCU on a week-to-week basis is an event that we call the Gathering here. So the Gathering takes place on Tuesday nights in one of our gymnasiums, and so it's a worship night that our students put on, our Canyon Worship Band, and so about 1,500 students go, and it's a really intimate time where we just get to gather together and worship the Lord. It's not mandatory, so everyone who wants to be there is there, and it's something that I absolutely treasure and love about GCU.
Gathering's a great event. I'm definitely a big fan of that one as well.
And so the other question that we have is really kind of geared towards us specifically, and it's what is it like being a student worker on campus? And so
it's really a good experience to be a student worker on campus. They do a great job of making sure you're a student first here at GCU. So you always have to make sure that you're getting your classes done. You send your bosses your class schedule before the year will start, so you actually will never be double booked on classes and work, which is a really nice thing. So you don't have to worry about missing one or the other, or your boss being mad at you because you had to miss work or something like that.
Yeah, so we'll define student worker actually, because maybe not all you guys know. So a student worker is someone like us. We're students right now, and we're working, and so there's just a ton of opportunities to get involved. As of right now, over 2,400 student worker positions, and so that could be being a tour guide like Innocent and the other tour guides that we're going to have. It could be working at Chick-fil-A. We have a ton of opportunities. We even have people who drive golf carts around campus. Their entire job is just to drive people from point A to point B on the golf carts, because unfortunately it can get a little hot in August when people get back to campus. So it's awesome that we have those people just driving around for us. And so, as Paul was saying, they do cap you at 20 hours, which is really nice. You're a student first and then a worker. And so not only that, but we have those opportunities to get involved on campus having jobs, but we also have those opportunities off campus that GCU puts us in position to get internships with. And we'll talk about more of that on our tours.
It's also, you can't beat the convenience of rolling out of bed and walking to work instead of having to drive through traffic. So it's really nice to have that convenience of being on campus and being so close to everything.
Yeah. So we do have a few more questions. And so, Paul, where is your favorite place to hang out on campus?
Definitely the place I've spent the most time probably hanging out and meeting new people has probably been GCU Arena, going to basketball games, different student events that are on campus. So definitely anywhere that an athletic event's being held has probably been the most my favorite hangout place. But other places, like Thunderground, I've definitely spent a lot of time at too. What about you?
My favorite part on campus is actually GCBC, the place that Innocent was talking about. What I love about GCBC is that it's just a community-oriented place. And so whenever I go there, I always see like 30 people I know. And so I usually go there to actually go do homework. And so I spend about 30 minutes I set aside to just say hi to people before I actually start my homework. And I just love it. I also love coffee, so that's the incentive to go there too.
Yeah, for sure. Coffee and Stampede, it fuels all GCU students, for sure.
And so one of our other questions that we have right now is the spiritual life part of GCU, like Christianity, is that required?
It's definitely a big aspect on our campus, and it's definitely something that you can really feel, kind of like the power and it's just the presence of God there for sure. But it's none of our spiritual life aspects are required. So we have our chapel in the arena on Mondays. We have the gathering, which Aiden was talking about. A bunch of different cool events that we have for people who want to grow in their faith in that way. But GCU is a very inclusive campus, so you don't have to sign a statement of faith or anything to come here. You don't have to go to any of our spiritual life offerings on campus. It's just a great part of our community if you wanted to be involved in that, and it's definitely something I've found value in for sure.
Yeah, really well said. That's just one thing that I love to point out and reiterate is that none of it is mandatory. There's one class called Christian Worldview that your admissions counselor can talk to you more about, but it's essentially a world religions course. But we like to be very inclusive here at GCU.
Yeah. So on that note, we're going to send it out to Sarah, who's out at the Papago pool, and she's going to show you guys some more cool things. All right.
Hi everyone, my name is Sarah Peelman. I am a senior here at Grand Canyon University and I am studying physical therapy. I am actually from Glendale, Arizona, so I am only 25 minutes away from here, but I do live on campus. My parents said the famous line from a Goofy movie, "Can't miss you if you don't leave," therefore I'm here. What I'm actually standing in front of right now is going to be Papago Pool. That is home to one of 3 pools on campus, soon to be 4, which we are very excited about. This pool is the home to everybody and anyone. With that being said, you can go and hang out here, you can tan. People from Arizona love it, especially for tanning weather. And this one is actually home to one of 2 pools, just because those 2 pools in there, they actually do have hot tubs as well. And we're going to keep walking as well over here. And what I'm going to be talking about, especially this bright yellow building behind me, is going to be one of our 5 fitness centers on campus. With those fitness centers, they're open to anybody and everybody as well, just like those swimming pools. Those actually up in that one have Zumba class, spin class. We've actually got CrossFit and yoga up there as well. And you can either learn to be an instructor or you can go up there just just to have fun. I go up to Zumba class as well, just sit back, relax, and try to dance if I can. With that being said, too, they do have normal exercise equipment in there, treadmills, ellipticals. They do also have the regular weights in there for students to go to as well. We do also have, as we're going to get to see too, this big building is kind of home to a lot. It's home to our mail center that we have on campus. That mail center is going to be anything just like a post office in which you can send as well as receive mail. The nice thing about that mail center is that you can go, once you get that process, so say you online shop like I do, you can go there once it's processed, and you can go and get a text as well as an email letting you know that it is ready for you to go and pick that up too. And as we're kind of turning the corner as well, you will get to see that Amazon locker. That is my new favorite thing. I didn't actually know what it was until I came here to GCU. That Amazon locker, it is one of 3 on campus that we do have, and you'll get to see as I pointed out over here as well. Her lovely name is Nicole. We have a great relationship going right now. I do buy a lot of school supplies from her. And if you've ever used one, you can go on there. With Prime, it's 2-day shipping in which you can just go, ship it there, and they'll send you a scan code. You scan it and actually open it up, and there's your package. This mail center, as you'll see kind of pointed over there as well, it is said that some people have camped out for the opening of that mail center. With that being said, please use those Amazon lockers since there are 3 of them on campus. I love to use those things, especially waiting in those long lines. It's not my favorite out in the sun. And while we're walking over here, we're going to go and look at Lopes Way. But while we're doing that, if you guys have any questions, any comments that you have, just leave them down below, in which Aiden and Paul are going to be able to answer them for you. And as you can see right now, too, it is absolutely beautiful outside. I'm standing in the weather. This is unlike Arizona as well, just to be so nice and beautiful. Normally it's super sunny, super bright, but it is gorgeous weather. And I'm also a little windy, so my hair is a little frizzy as well. But we're actually going to be turning right now. We're going to be able to go right here for you onto what's going to be known as Lopes Way. Lopes Way is actually going to be the home of one of 2 major places to get food on campus other than the Student Union. With Lopes Way, as you can see that we're walking down, it's home to Panda Express, Auntie Anne's, which is a little rough on the freshman 15, I might say. We've also got Panda Express. We've got The Grid, which is a convenience store for our students. We do also have down here Jamba Juice, one of 2 locations, Chick-fil-A, which we actually loved it so much we made a second one on the east side, Pita Jungle, my new favorite, and Subway. With that, our dining dollars or our meal plan on campus is a little bit different than others. So instead of meal swipes, what we have is kind of a certain amount of money that you would get per semester. So for the fall and the spring, in which you have to use at any of these dining locations. So any of those restaurants, you'd go, your student ID acts just like a debit card. You'd swipe it, the money comes off right there for you, and there's your food. With that, I'll kind of finish up for you, and I'll send you guys back to the studio with Paul and Aiden.
All right, thanks, Sarah. We might have to go run and get you a hair tie next time you're out there. Paul, we have a question for you. Why did you choose to come to GCU over any other school?
GCU just felt like a different place when I got here. When I took a lot of tours, being a local kid, I'm from Surprise, Arizona, so I grew up about 35 minutes away from campus. And even just, kind of walking around and just seeing the students here, everybody was so friendly and so welcoming, and it's just something I didn't really feel like I had anywhere else. Plus, being able to be a part of the Colangelo College of Business was a big drawing factor for me, and the opportunities that presents me, being in the sports business college and just wanting to be involved in athletics in general. So that was definitely a very large reason why I came here, for sure.
That's awesome. Thank you for sharing. So we do have another question I can answer.
All righty.
Read that off.
Another question would be, how hectic does it get during move-in week or move-in days? So it would be welcome week is what we call it here.
Yeah, I absolutely love welcome week. That's what we call move-in time, I guess, here at GCU. The first week of school, when you move in, you're actually not going to have any classes whatsoever, just because it is that hectic. And so what normally and typically happens is when you move in on campus, you're going to be sitting in your car, air conditioning, of course, because it's going to be Arizona in August, which isn't the most pleasant time normally. And you're going to be there, and then there's going to be thousands of people wearing purple shirts, just yelling and screaming, Lopes up, getting super excited for you. And you're going to get to your hall, maybe in the Grove, which is our main freshman living area, and you're going to have a bunch of people who are going to be at your car, and they're going to lift everything, every heavy thing, mini fridge, whatever it is, up to your room. Maybe you're on the 6th floor, and you won't have to lift a single thing. And so maybe you and mom are going to go upstairs and unpack while dad sits in the car, and he goes and parks the car. And so that's normally how it goes. But during that time, throughout that entire week, we have events that are just geared towards building community here at GCU. And so my freshman year, we watched Guardians of the Galaxy 2 in the arena because Guardians of the Galaxy 2 just came out that year. Maybe you had something similar your year?
Yeah, it's just a really great introduction to the GCU campus culture. It's really you get a little bit of a culture shock because you're wondering why are these people so excited to see you at 6 a.m. And moving all your stuff into your room for you. But it's really just a fun time, and especially after your freshman year, we get over 3,000 student volunteers to do move-in crew.
They volunteer?
Yeah, you get lunch. You get lunch and a T-shirt.
Lunch.
Yeah, lunch and a T-shirt's enough to get people to do anything here at GCU.
Okay.
Which is another cool thing about being a college student. They can get anybody to show up to anywhere, free food and free shirts.
So let's backtrack. There's thousands of people volunteer to move your stuff in at 6 in the morning.
Yeah, they get there at 5 actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you do that?
I did. I actually did that this year. It was a great time, great friends doing that, and really got to see the look on the freshmen' faces and be a good part of their opening day. And that was a really kind of cool part of campus. And it rained too, so it wasn't too hot this summer or this August, which was always a good time as well. So that saved us a little bit. What about you? Did you do this year?
I did do it this year, and I do remember that day when it did rain. It was just an absolute blast. So I'd like to tell you guys, if you are coming here in August, you're going to see all those people, maybe see Paul and I doing that. And just remember, next August afterwards, we hope that you're going to be one of those volunteers moving everyone's stuff in, because it's just so much fun, just a really big community-involved event that we get to do.
Mm-hmm. I know there's also a bunch of different cool events that go on during Welcome Week. We always have our first soccer game that goes on during Welcome Week, which is one of the biggest sporting events that happens during the campus year. We also have, this year we had a glow party, which was effectively a rave in the arena, which was a ton of fun. And we also have such events, like movie viewing parties like Aiden was talking about. Does ASGCU put on any events during Welcome Week?
Right now, we do have events that go on during Welcome Week. We can talk more about that in a little bit, but we're going to kick it back to Rachel. She's going to show you guys an apartment and what it looks like to live on campus in a single occupancy room. So, Rachel, here you go.
Hi everyone, my name is Rachel. I'm a senior here at Grand Canyon University. I'm studying healthcare administration. I'm from Los Angeles, so this weather today is great. I live right next to the beach, so I don't mind this breeze at all. Again, I'm a senior here. I am in love with my school, and I'm going to show you a little bit about it today. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop it in the comment box. The first thing I'll show you right here is our GCBC. So this is one of the many locations that we have here on campus. I personally like this GCBC because it's right near all of our academic areas, which is really cool because in between classes, right after class, you can come over here, grab a Stampede, which is our energy drink here on campus. You can grab a coffee. They open up this garage door. They have patio chairs out here, and they always have some good music. So I like to bust a little dance or two, kind of just shake off the stress from classes. So that is why I love this GCBC. So this GCBC is really cool because it's located under Roadrunner apartments. So Roadrunner is one of the apartments that we have here on campus, and I'm actually going to get ready to show you what an apartment looks like here. So follow me and we'll go ahead and get to see what an actual apartment looks like. I actually have lived in an apartment for 2 years here on campus. I have definitely enjoyed my experience here. So come on in and you guys can kind of see what an apartment looks like. So the difference between this apartment and an actual apartment here on campus is the door that we just walked in. That will be a window, and then this will be your front door. It's plenty of space here to create this room how you want. If you want to add a kitchen table, if you want to add a couch, you can make this room however you choose. And my favorite part is the kitchen. I love to cook in my free time. So it's a full-size kitchen. All this stuff is included here at GCU. So I love the stove. You'll have a big, huge refrigerator that you'll share. One thing about this apartment that I'll tell you is it is a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment. That means it's going to be shared by 4 students. Each student will get their own bedroom, and then they'll get to share a bathroom with just one other person. So we'll get ready to go and see what a bedroom looks like here in our apartments. So this is a bedroom, really cool. I love this room because it is pink and that's my favorite color. So you'll get your bed, you get to bring your bedding and kind of decorate it how you want and how you choose, which is really nice. You can bring up things and post it on the wall. You just can't damage the walls, of course. My favorite show is this show called Flip or Flop, and they always like knocking down walls. So you can't do that here at GCU, but you can use command strips to hang up your favorite posters or whatever makes you happy. Also in the apartments, you'll have a built-in desk. So if you want to study at your desk and buy a desk chair and put it there, you're more than welcome to do it. Or if you want to turn it into a makeup counter like I did, you can do that as well. So I'll go ahead and point out the bathroom that we have. So you'll share this bathroom with one other student. So each of you guys will get your own sink and own medicine cabinet. You can say hi to our cameraman and our camera crew. They're amazing. And then of course, you'll have the bathroom here. There's a shower, toilet, and then more storage area for you as well. For my apartment, I like to put my towels here. I put my extra little conditioners, shampoos, all that good stuff. So I'll point out one other thing before we leave the apartment. And it's the fact that we have lots of storage area here. So we have some storage there. So if you ever want to put your canned goods or your different extra apartment supplies, you can put it there. So I'll go ahead and send you guys back to the studio for questions.
Thanks, Rachel, for showing us the apartment. That was really awesome.
All right, so a couple of questions that we've had here. Aiden, what is your favorite part about GCU? Why did you choose to come here?
Yeah, thanks, Paul. Why I chose to come here kind of is a big question to ask. So for me, I was looking at other state schools. Similarly to Paul, I'm from in-state. I'm from Chandler, Arizona, which is about 40 minutes south of here. And so I was looking at other state schools, traveled up north and realized it's really cold up there. And I really love Phoenix just because of the heat, honestly. And so I was looking into programs and I toured campus and just fell in love with the school and how wonderful the community is. I always tell students whenever they visit campus to do a little people watching. It sounds a little weird, but just see how people are interacting with one another. See how many people are have earbuds in and are just talking with one another, because I think that plays a major role of your day-to-day life as a student. And so that's what I did, actually. I was just looking at people, seeing that. And my sister actually went here too. She just graduated. And so I got to meet a lot of her friends, see what it was like to be a student here while I was in high school. And I just fell in love with the campus. I fell in love with the environment and knew I wanted to be a part of it. And so I applied, I got accepted, and now I'm here and I'm a junior living my best life here.
There we go.
Yeah.
Thriving.
Oh, I'm thriving. And so we do have some more questions. So Paul, I'll ask you, so we have a trip called Discover. Can you talk about how the Discover GCU trip is and kind of what that looks like? Yeah,
so Discover is a really cool trip that we have here for our prospective students. You would do it sometime during your senior year, and you'd be able to talk to your admissions counselor about kind of setting up this trip. So it's a really cool, it's a weekend trip where the school will either drive you out or fly you out, depending on where you live. And they'll house you, feed you, and take you to an on-campus event. It is free.
Oh, it's
free. A free event.
Wait, so
students.
let's say I live in Alaska.
That's right. They'll fly you in from Alaska, or Anchorage or whatever airport you fly out of in Alaska. You fly out of there, and they fly into Sky Harbor, and I don't know, probably Sky Harbor, I would assume.
Yeah,
drive you to campus, and they house you for a weekend. You get free food, free housing, meet a bunch of really cool people, get to go on to really cool on-campus events such as Midnight Madness, which is our big basketball season kickoff pep rally. So we had Discover kids get to go to that. We've had Discover kids that got to go watch us play for our basketball game. We played Nevada, who was ranked at the time nationally. We played them at Talking Stick Resort Arena, which is where the Suns usually play. So Discover kids got to go to that. And they'll also get to go to some workshops and whatnot concerning, what they might want to do as a student when they come here. So it's a really good, insightful trip to kind of see if you, as a high school student, would want to spend the next, 4 years, 3 years of your life at GCU. So it's a really good thing that we have here.
Yeah, thanks for talking about that. What I really like to tell students about Discover is that it kind of gives you a big taste of what it's like to be a college student, because even though touring college campus is great during the day and just going, with mom or dad for an hour or two is great, or even this virtual tour, it's great. But getting to live in the dorms, getting to see what students are doing on campus and just living that college life, even for 24 hours, it changes your perspective on the university and college in general. So I definitely encourage everyone to take advantage of this opportunity. And so once you're accepted to GCU, you do qualify to be a part of this Discover GCU opportunity. Just is applying to GCU, is there any cost associated with it?
No, we actually have a free application here at GCU.
Free application?
Free application. That means $0.
Not $50 or anything?
Free $99.
I don't have to put in my credit card?
That's right, free $99.
Wow.
That's right. So, and there's also no essay, which is also a really unique part of it.
No essay? No essay, wow.
I did the application in 15 minutes on the bus ride home from a field trip here, my junior year of high school. So that was a lot of fun.
So you can apply as a junior too?
Yeah, I think it's towards your end. I think you can't be accepted until your senior year, but towards the end of your junior year is when I actually applied.
Very exciting.
Very exciting.
Yeah. We do have some more questions. So, Paul, let me find the question actually. Is there any fun things to do around or / outside campus?
Phoenix is a really thriving area, so it's like you can go downtown's a really close kind of region to campus, and you can go down there. We have multiple professional sports teams that play downtown. There's also a really good kind of art scene and food scene down there, and then Scottsdale is obviously not too far of a drive either. And there's a lot of cool things to do down there, shopping. Me and my friends like to go to Glow Putt. You ever been to Glow Putt?
I haven't been to Glow Putt.
Glow Putt's a really cool indoor mini golf place, and it's all neon, which is really cool. That's in Scottsdale, so we go do that for fun. But there's just so many things to do all on campus and off campus around GCU, which really makes it the place to be for sure. What about you? What are some of your favorite places to go?
Yeah, I love that you pointed out a lot of the local Phoenix areas, because I love to take day trips around Phoenix, or Arizona, I should say, and kind of even states that are nearby Arizona. And so I love that Phoenix is kind of just centrally located near a lot of places. It's about a 4-hour drive to the Grand Canyon, and I don't think you're a GCU student if you haven't road trip to the Grand Canyon at 2 a.m. to see the sunrise. So that's such a classic thing that a lot of people do. There's Sedona, which is about 90 minutes away. There's the Red Rocks. It's absolutely gorgeous. I encourage you guys to go there. As well as California is only a 5.5-hour drive to San Diego or LA. It's just an absolute blast. And then go to Horseshoe Bend too.
Oh yeah.
If you guys don't know, Horseshoe Bend's just this absolutely beautiful place up north of Grand Canyon actually, but it's just absolutely gorgeous. There is like this horseshoe and there's water that runs through it. There's just a ton of outdoor opportunities that kind of Innocent was talking about earlier through Outdoor Rec, but I encourage you guys to even go there on your own if you want, if you're courageous enough, I should say.
Yeah, we actually got rated one of the most outdoorsy schools in the nation a few years ago, which is a really cool thing, because you really wouldn't think living in a desert that there's a whole lot of outdoorsy things to do, but there's so many people that enjoy being outside and really enjoy meeting new people and kind of being a part of nature and whatnot. So that's a really cool aspect of campus that we have here.
All right, guys, so we're going to actually pin it. We're going to show you guys a quick video real quick.
This building is great. Before, the College of Business only had a small section on campus, and now we've expanded to 150,000 square feet. All the classrooms are in one spot, and all the business rooms are in one spot, so students can really collaborate with their professors on the first floor, and then go to class on the top 3 floors.
I think this building is really beneficial because you're able to easily interact with other business students and other students in your same program. And I think it's really beneficial because it's a new building on campus, and the college is able to host all of the business classes in this building, and it's really accessible to access teachers and any other resources you may need.
So having the faculty here all in one place is really beneficial. There's students that come in all the time for office hours, and then I know for me, they give me like mentorship and stuff, so it's really beneficial that GCU is able to do this for our business students, because it's really nice to just be able to be here and kind of learn new things.
Doesn't matter, what major you are or what emphasis you are, we're all coming together, which is a great place to meet other students, to meet faculty, and just, to develop that aspect, not just to get your classes done, but also, to bounce ideas off one another. So it's just a great place for all of us to come together. I would definitely want to thank the school for putting this together. This is a great thing for all us business students, and I just want to encourage everybody to come check it out, all the business students to take advantage of it, because a lot of time and money went into this. So I'm really grateful, and just real grateful for this.
Hi guys, how's it going? My name is Josh Walker. I'm a senior here at GCU. I'm majoring in business analytics. And like that video preface, we're right here in front of our business college right now. It's actually named the Colangelo College of Business. It's named after Jerry Colangelo, an amazingly influential individual on our campus. He has given so many resources to our university, given us so much insight into how to start a great business program here. So he's helped us out so much. So I want to talk a little bit about the opportunities here for our business college, because there's lots of them. We have a few different business clubs that you guys can have access to that give you different resources. One is it's called the Idea Club. It's kind of like a Shark Tank kind of club, where you actually, if you're an entrepreneurial type of student, you can go and pitch your business ideas to a group of students, a group of professors, and they can give you insight, give you some advice on your business pitch. So that way, when you're actually pitching your business to real investors and to actual people who can give you some money and help you guys out, you kind of have that experience to help you out. We also have this event on campus. It's called the Canyon Challenge. It's pretty cool where different students who have business ideas that they want to pitch can actually win money, kind of just cash money for their business ideas to go and pursue their dreams, to start their businesses. So there's cool opportunities if you guys are entrepreneurial-minded students, you want to start your own business while you're here at college. There's definitely some amazing opportunities for that here. So the business college is great. Let's talk a little bit about the classrooms and the professors here. So we kind of have two different types of classrooms on campus. One is your lecture hall style, kind of similar to what you might think your normal college class would look like. Those are capped at 95 students. You're never going to have a class that has more than 95 students in it. So that's pretty nice. For every 35 students in those classrooms, you're going to have an instructor's assistant. So say you have a full 95 student class, you're going to have a professor as well as 2 additional instructor's assistants to kind of help out with answering any questions you guys might have. Those lecture halls, those are really just reserved for your general education credits. So kind of freshman year, your entry-level math, your entry-level English, those really basic classes. After that, you're going to move into a much smaller classroom setting, capped at about 35 students. That's going to be a vast majority of your classes, especially your core major specific classes, capped at about 35 students where you get that one-on-one attention with your professor. For my own experience, I'll be going into my senior year. I've had some 25, maybe 30 classes here, and 4 of those have been in lecture halls. So a vast majority of the classes I've been in have been in those smaller 35 student classroom settings. So that makes it really nice. Also for our professors, all of our professors here have master's degrees as well as 10 years or more of experience in the field that they're teaching. So it makes it really nice. Not only are they educated, but they also really know what they're talking about. They know what the industry that you're in demands. They know what the standard is. They can even oftentimes have connections to the industry and can give you guys internships and things like that. So our professors are really amazing. We also are a teaching university rather than a research university. So it's a little bit different. At research universities, professors, they're paid to teach as well as paid to conduct research, to write journal articles, to write papers and books and things like that. However, here at GCU, our professors are only paid to teach our students, to pour into our students, to show them how to be successful. Because of that, all of our students have amazing relationships with our professors. For myself, many of my professors, pretty much a vast majority of them, know me by name. They'll stop me after class and say, hey, Josh, how's it going? How's your goals? What are these things that you're pursuing? How can I help? And so our professors, they really, really care about you guys. So it's really amazing. And that's kind of about it about the business college. I'm going to go ahead and kick it back to Aiden and Paul, so you guys can take it away.
Thanks, Josh. You really highlighted a lot of your experiences. We really appreciate you saying that as a business student. Paul, you're a sports management major, so you're in the Colangelo College of Business. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I've definitely enjoyed my time here in the Colangelo College of Business. For you guys who don't know, Jerry Colangelo is who we named our business college after. He's kind of like the godfather of Arizona sports. He owned the Diamondbacks. He was instrumental in the starting of the Suns and owned the Suns for a while. He was instrumental in bringing the Coyotes to Arizona. He was president of USA Basketball. So he's done anything you could want to do in the world of sports and in the world of business here. And to have him affiliated with our college on this broad of a scale is a really cool thing, a really unique thing that not a lot of other schools that I saw could offer me. So I've definitely enjoyed that part of it, and like Josh was talking to you guys about, being able to get to know your professors super well, and being able to get to know your classmates really well, and have that good class dialogue, and kind of grow with them and grow in that way, and find those internships and find really cool opportunities put on through the school. So that's been definitely my favorite part of it. So yeah, that's been probably my favorite part.
Yeah, so we're going to the Canyon Activity Center next, so we're going to show you guys a short clip of the Canyon Activity Center.
The Canyon Activity Center is this awesome new facility made by GCU, and it is for pretty much all the students whenever it's not being used by intramural sports or club sports, and it's open from 8 to 11 for the students to use. We have 10 basketball courts out here, multiple volleyball courts. We're putting in a rock wall over there, and we're also putting in a weight room to be used by club sports and the students. I'm most excited for the rock wall once it goes up, but for now the basketball courts are sweet. We're no longer going to be crammed in the LPC, and there's a lot of room, and the courts are really nice, so I like that.
I'm most excited for the volleyball courts. just because not very many schools and not very many locations have like indoor volleyball courts for anyone to use. And so the freedom to come and play indoor volleyball with my friends is my favorite aspect of the Canyon Activity Center. The Canyon Activity Center has only been open for a week, and I've already been in here 3 times to play volleyball with my friends. And we are scheduled just as a friend group to play at least 2 to 3 times a week.
We're located at Building 58, which is by the Coulter Field and tennis courts. If you have any questions, come swing by and ask any of us working behind the desk.
So as you guys can see there, that's a really cool facility that we have for our students. I definitely spend a lot of time out there, playing basketball with my friends and, having a good time, staying active, which kind of ties into what we were talking about earlier about the campus being really active. We also have our roller hockey rink, which you guys will get to see in a second here, which the Coyotes, which is our professional team here in Arizona, installed for us. So that's a really big part of that area as well. So it's just a really kind of cool thing to be able to see how quick that building one went up, and that we have this kind of facilities for our students, whether it be the basketball courts, which can also be used for volleyball, or whether it's the weight room that's there as well, or the club sports offices or anything like that. So it's a really cool thing that we have for our students. We're going to send you out to Josh right now, and he'll be able to talk to you guys more about it, all right?
How's it going, you guys? Welcome back. It's Josh again. Right now we're outside of the Canyon Activity Center on campus. It's a brand new building. We just built it. This facility behind me here is our outdoor kind of street hockey rink. So if any of you guys are into hockey, you actually come to the Canyon Activity Center, rent some skates and some gear, and hop over here and play hockey. It's a great little practice facility for our club ice hockey teams. They can come in and roll around here in the summertime and things like that. It's pretty cool. The Phoenix Coyotes actually donated this facility to us, so we're very thankful to them for that. So if you guys like hockey, definitely can go ahead and do that. Right now we're going to head inside the actual Canyon Activity Center here. So right in here, coming up on our left, you guys are going to see a weight room. I'm going to talk about the gyms here on campus. We have about 6 different so it's pretty cool. That's completely free. Pay anything to go to these gyms here, so that makes it really easy and convenient. Oftentimes they're placed right next to residence halls, so if you guys, you're living wherever you're at, it makes it really easy and convenient to go and work out and get your kind of fitness regimen going. And so yeah, those are really awesome. I'm talking a little bit about the sports here. We kind of have 3 different levels of sports. One at the top, that's your D1, like kind of collegiate sports level. After that, you have your club sports. Clubs is pretty nice for you guys. You can play other universities. It's very similar to your traditional high school experience, very similar to your traditional high school experience where you play other schools. You're going to play other schools across the West Coast here. Makes it pretty nice. You do pay for a fee for the season, so it keeps it pretty competitive. The students who play in these club programs are pretty dedicated, so that's pretty cool. And then at the 3rd level, at the very bottom, you have your intramural sports. Those are really fun. They're completely free to play. You just play other GCU students. You're going to form GCU student teams and just compete against each other. Again, that's totally for free, totally for fun. There's no coaches, there's no practices. You just kind of show up and play the game. So intramural sports is a lot of fun. I think we have over a dozen different intramurals that you guys could join. So if you guys are interested in doing those, lots of opportunities to stay active, be athletic here. Right now we're going to walk inside the Canyon Activity Center, a cool little facility here on campus. So right through here, once again, this is the Canyon Activity Center. Lots of opportunities here. Here you have a 10 open court, basketball court here, 10 open courts. So if you guys ever want to just come and join the open court time, you can show up and play. These are basketball courts. They also convert to volleyball courts. It's actually one of the only facilities that has the volleyball net that actually raises down from the roof. So that's kind of cool. Our office back there, they just hit a little button, raises right down. There's a few different other sports you can play, like foot soccer, badminton, all kinds of different opportunities to stay active here and just kind of keep physically fit. This is a great place for our club and intramural sports. We have lots of tournaments that go on in here. So yeah, this is an awesome facility. Lots of opportunities for you guys to stay active. We're gonna walk over here around the corner. I'm not sure if it's built yet. They're finishing off more so recently, but we actually have a rock wall that's over here for students. So yeah, looks like it's just about finished. Cool little thing. So if you guys are into rock climbing, you can actually hop over this rock wall, climb up that, maybe hit the buzzer at the top, see what you can do. But that's a cool little feature. And then we're gonna walk over here again. I'm gonna show you one of the Lope Smarts here on campus. This Lope Smart is specifically for the Canyon Activity Center here. We have about 4 or 5 different Lope Smarts across campus. These are pretty cool. They have, you know, energy drinks, protein shakes, little snacks, protein bars. Some of them even have things like toiletries, like toothpaste. So you ever need a quick little trip, if you can't make it down to Walmart, just hop over to one of our Lope Smarts or the Grid and pick up whatever you need to, you know, sustain yourself. So awesome, guys. That is about it about the Canyon Activity Center. I'm going to go ahead and send it back to Aiden and Paul so you guys can go ahead and take it away.
Thanks, Josh. You did a great job showing us all the different cool things that are there in the Canyon Activity Center. Back to the questions that you guys have asked us on Facebook or YouTube. Keep them coming, by the way. So we're trying to get to as many as we possibly can here. One of them's: are there leadership opportunities in the positions or leadership opportunities in the residence halls?
Yeah, we have a ton of opportunities for those. Innocent pointed out a lot of the opportunities that we have outside the residence halls. Within the residence halls, we have 2 major ones, and so those are resident assistants. We like to call them RAs, and also life leaders. And so resident assistants, we like to call them big brother, big sister on your floor. They just make sure that you're obeying all the rules, but they're also there to cultivate community, as we're a very community-oriented place here at GCU. And so with that said, RAs, they do get free room and board with that scholarship opportunity, but it's essentially a part-time job, and so they do a lot of things like planning events for the floor that you're on. They're going to be there to make sure that you're just not feeling homesick, stuff like that. And so life leaders, on the other hand, they plan optional Bible studies that you can or cannot attend. It's really up to you. So they're there to be your spiritual mentor. We've been saying here at GCU, everything spiritually oriented, anything related to Christianity is going to be optional, but that resource is available to you if you'd like. And you don't have to go to that life group even. You can go to a life group on another floor or another building if you would like to. Yeah.
Yeah, I know one of my favorite things I did freshman year to meet new people was go to those community gatherings put on by our RAs. I know one of them was like a fruit ninja kind of thing, so we got a bunch of watermelons and cantaloupes and stuff like that, and we're hitting them with baseball bats, which was always a good time. So they do a bunch of really cool little stuff like that. Sometimes it's just a cookout with some lawn games, just different cool ways to meet new people, and more free food, because like we talked about earlier, any GCU event's probably going to have either free food, a free shirt, or both. So it's just a really cool kind of thing to make sure that I'm meeting new people and adjusting to college really well and enjoying my time here.
Yeah, we like to say here at GCU that if you go to an event, you're probably going to get free food or a free t-shirt. Take anything away from this experience, those 2 things you're probably going to get. We have a ton of more questions. So the next one is about class schedules. So what does it mean to make a class schedule, and what does that look like?
Here at GCU, it's a really kind of a more unique setup than a lot of other schools. Here you don't really sign up for classes like you would at a lot of other schools. Here your student services counselor or your admissions counselor will put you into the classes you need to graduate. So obviously you'll pick the electives and stuff that you want, but for the most part, all the classes you need to graduate will be you'll be put into those already for you, so you don't have to worry about not getting a class you need to graduate, which really helps our students stay on track to graduate early. We have a very large majority of our student population that will graduate in less than 4 years, which is a really unique part of our campus as well. So a cool thing about our scheduling, though, is that it's really flexible. So you really kind of have the power to choose whether you want to go to classes on one set of days or the other. So our classes are usually going to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday. So it's kind of a cool thing to be able to either have classes, every day and be done by 11, or, have all your classes Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and kind of have the other ones to work. So that would kind of tie into what we've been talking about with the student workers as well, to where there's always time that you can find to work and always find time to, make sure that you can get to classes and have your studying time and time to go to the ACE Center and get some free academic support if you need it, stuff like that.
And I think that was definitely the biggest change, at least for me, from high school to college, is just the ability to kind of switch your schedule around for classes, and having that ability to go to class every other day. It's just huge because you have that ability to work, and you're likely studying what you want to study, at least you'd hope. So we do have some more questions. Paul, what would you say is the biggest or most popular sports event on
Ooh,
campus?
The biggest sporting event on campus is probably the men's basketball game against New Mexico State every year. So we probably had 400 to 500 students camp out for about 3 days for that event this year, which is a crazy time. We also have our first soccer game is usually a really, really big sporting event on campus too. That's kind of like the freshman's first chance to be a Havoc. The Havocs is our student section, which you guys will hear a little bit more about later. So they do a really great job of coordinating our student section and making sure that everybody is having a good time. So those are probably the two biggest events for like an actual game. Otherwise, we have events such as Midnight Madness, which I talked about. That's our big basketball season pep rally. We had about 850 kids camp out for 3 days for that event. So that was a huge on-campus event as well. We also have Lopapalooza, which is during Welcome Week. That's like a big pep rally for our soccer team that we have as well. So there's always these huge events going on campus, and that's one of the best ways to meet new people and really dive headfirst into the GCU community for sure.
Yeah, not only are the sporting events really popular, but the ones that Innocent was talking about, like Lip Sync Battle and Mr. GCU, the male beauty pageant we have, those get absolutely just as crazy as some of our basketball games. And so for those events, they pack out the arena, which is crazy because we have over 7,000 people who can fit into there, and it just goes absolutely wild.
Yeah, it's definitely a great part of the community is how involved everybody is. So it definitely feels like school spirit is not a weird thing here for sure. It's definitely, you see it all around. People are always wearing purple. People are always really involved. And on campus events, whether athletic events or other events, kids are really involved with student leadership. And even if they're not, going to any of those, as I'm sure you've seen, they're still really involved just on campus culture and, being a part of GCU for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So next question that we have is why should I choose to live on campus instead of living off campus?
All right, we're going to have to hold on to that one for a second. We're actually going to send you out to the esports arena to check out that. So have fun with this video right here.
My name is Justin Johns. I'm the GCU Esports Club President, and this is our brand new facility. It opened fall 2018, and let me give you a quick tour. Over here, you see 12 of our tournament computers. These are more reserved for our competitive teams for like Overwatch, CSGO, Rocket League, etc. And then over here, we have 24 more computers, so a total is 36 computers. You can come in and just play on any time you want. Over here, we have a tournament viewing area. During our matches, we'll usually put it up on the big screen. We'll have a crowd of up to like 15 people in here cheering on our GCU Lopes. Our console station's over in the far side. Over here, we have 2 Xboxes, a PS4, and 3 more PS4s on the other side. So a total of like 6 different consoles you can come in and use whenever you want. We have all the top games. Any of the top titles you want, come and ask us and we'll get them for you guys. All right, as you can see here, this is one of our newest towers. It has a glass side so you can see into all the liquid-cooled CPU, an i7, 1060, 6 GB graphics card. So you can literally play top games, max settings at 144 Hertz. You don't get any frame drops. It's the best you can do. The biggest thing about this place that I like is the community. If you come in here, you see a bunch of guys or girls gaming all over the room and they're all cheering at the game. You won't get that in your dorm. You come in here with your friends, you play some games. It's really an environment you gotta check out. So if you haven't been in here already, please come up here and check it out. It's STEM, room 223. Whenever you have a chance, we'll give you some free hours and you can connect with the community.
Hi everyone and welcome back. I'm actually standing currently in our esports arena here at Grand Canyon University, and I'm actually going to head it off to the lead of the department here for esports, Albert, and he's going to tell you guys a little bit about it.
Hi everyone, welcome to Grand Canyon University. This is the Esports Arena. Here we represent one of the largest organizations on campus, 36 high-end gaming PCs. We attract all of the crowd here. So nearly 1,000 people involved with us. We've got every single console, so Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, and of course PC. We welcome everyone. We also field 17 varsity and junior varsity teams. If you're watching the news, you might have seen that GCU sent our Overwatch team to ESPN's Collegiate Esports Championship just a few weeks ago, so like playing games competitively, we have that as well. Additionally, if you take a look at that wall, it's blank right now. However, we are knocking down that wall and expanding this facility this July. We are doubling the PCs, upgrading all the hardware, and making sure that everything runs smoothly when you come in August. That's it.
Thank you, Albert. So what we're actually going to do right now is we're going to kind of back on out here, and I'll tell you guys a little bit more about this technology building. It is kind of a mix of everything, I like to say. So on this second floor, it is reserved for our computer and science technology department, but on the first floor, it is home to our cadaver lab. That's my favorite that I love to talk about. The cadaver lab is basically dead people that have donated their body for us and for our own academic gain. With that being said, you can even be in what's known as a MAPS program, which is Masters of Anatomy and Physiology, in which you get to dissect an entire body from your 4 years here at GCU. With that as well, we do also have our academic program, so any science major, any nursing major actually gets to experience them their freshman and sophomore years. With that, you do really know whether or not you want to be in medicine. I normally like to say, since you do get to experiencing them starting your freshman year, first semester. I absolutely loved it and knew that was definitely something I wanted to be in with that too, as being a physical therapy major. On that first floor as well, we do have our physical therapy department in which they get to go and use anything from TheraBands to our own bod pod. We do also have in there weights and everything like that too. As we're walking up, just kind of speaking of medicine, I do like to brag a little bit. I am the vice president of HOSA, that is Health Occupation Student Association here at GCU, in which HOSA basically prepares all of our students for graduate school. That's anything from personal statement workshops to suture clinics, and we have any and every medical major. What we're actually walking up to right now for you guys is going to be our worship arts recording studio. As we get up there, you'll see it is absolutely gorgeous. Mercy Me, which is actually a pretty popular Christian band, was able to perform for the opening of this, as the lead singer did have a pretty big hand in the creation of this too. And as we walk up, you'll get to see it's got a songwriter studio up there. It's gorgeous. It's got some beautiful recording rooms, really great sound rooms as well, as we get to walk in through here for you guys. And again, please remember, any questions, any comments that you have, please leave them down below. Our boys will love to answer them for you. So come on in here, guys. We'll get to see this beautiful recording studio. So come on in here. You can see this is kind of just a little entrance. We actually have produced an album a year. It's going to be what's known as Canyon Worship. That Canyon Worship album has several different artists on top of it. Those artists come from all across GCU, so any of those worship arts majors, music majors. And as you can see, here is actually our songwriter studio. So any of our songwriters that are worship arts majors or minors can come in here. They can kind of create anything that they'd like to as well. And you can see it is beautiful. It's got some couches in here, some tables and chairs for them to just sit and come up with a beautiful song or two. And as we walk over here as well for you guys, you'll see a couple of our recording studios, one of them being the largest one that we actually do have. So you can see in here, this is kind of the behind the scenes. So with that being said, you'll get to see back there, that's where the production happens as well for our students. So they can go in there, learn how to produce a song, not only sing it, but produce it and kind of come from there as well. As we walk over here, we're going to come out of the recording studio, and we're going to come out here for you guys onto this beautiful balcony. So this balcony right out here, I do like to mention, just down below, as I'll point to in a second, is going to be what's known as our Ethington Theater. Ethington Theater is absolutely wonderful. It has 7 productions that go on all throughout the year, anything from plays to musicals. We do also have dance and choir concerts as well for our students to go to. They're all free to either be in, so any not just performing arts majors can be in those productions, or you can also be behind the scenes, so you can be part of stage crew, costume design, anything and everything just like that for our students to be a part of. Or if you're like me and not musically inclined, you can go and just watch those musicals, those plays, dance and choir concerts. They are free for students and their families to go and attend, and they're absolutely wonderful. With that being said, guys, again, leave your questions and comments below, and I will head it back to that studio with Paul and Aiden.
Thanks, Sarah. We really appreciate you showing us Building 57. I think it's definitely the most unique building on campus, just with all the different levels and the colleges that are operating in there. As for the worship studio, I absolutely love it. I think it's one of the coolest things we have here on campus. I think our worship studio really prepares students to be professionals in the music industry, going through a process of recording, how to treat a studio and using the equipment, as well as preparing you to be a member of the local church and serving that in a really big capacity.
Absolutely.
Going back to that question that we had before we went to the esports arena, Paul, why should I live on campus rather than live off campus? campus?
I think there's just a various amount of benefits that come to living on campus as opposed to off campus. One is that you're right next to classes and work, so it's much easier to roll out of bed and walk to class or walk to work than it is drive through Phoenix traffic every morning. It's also much easier to become involved with club meetings and intramurals, going to sporting events. Just going to all those different on-campus events, because if the event's at 7 or whatever it might be, and you commute, it might be inconvenient for you to head home around 9:30 at night, 10 o'clock at night, or some people might just not want to do that. So it's definitely easier to become involved in the community. That being said, we do a great job here at GCU of making sure that our commuter population is really involved, and that they get to they still get to get into any sporting event for free, get into any student event for free. Like Sarah was talking about, they'll get into any of the plays for free. So it's a really cool thing. So even if you are a commuter, you're definitely still going to be a great big part of this campus community and this campus culture that we have here. But me personally, I just think it's a much better experience to live on campus as opposed to off campus. What about you?
Yeah, really well said. Really, I think you hit it right on the head. GCU just we treat our commuters very well. But on the flip side, I think that there's nothing beats living on campus and just having all your friends living in an environment where there's like so many tens of over 10,000 students who are just the same age as you, who are just living in that capacity really close by. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, for sure.
We have one question right here. Where are you located? Do you want to hit that right there?
We are not located in the Grand Canyon, all right? So we are definitely not in the far northern part of Arizona. We are right in the heart of Phoenix, which is kind of our tagline as well, which actually goes really well. Located off, our main entrance is 33rd and Camelback in Phoenix. So we are right in the middle of Phoenix, definitely not down the north rim of the Grand Canyon, so don't go into the Grand Canyon trying to find us. We won't be there, unless, of course, like Aiden was talking about, we're going there to see the sunrise, because then we might be there. So.
Fun fact, actually, GCU started in northern Arizona, though, in nearby Prescott, Arizona. It's about 2 hours north. It's actually not anywhere close to the Grand Canyon still, but it's north. And then 2 years afterwards, in 1951, we located back to Phoenix, which is our main location right now.
Yep, been here ever since.
Yeah. We have another question, too. How hard is it to change your major?
Here at GCU, from what I've seen personally, that people have never really had a lot of trouble changing their major, especially if they change it to a similar field. So, for example, if I was to change my major from business management to sports management, because a lot of those classes are going to overlap anyway within the major program, because you'll take a lot of the same prereqs, you'll take a lot of the same kind of management classes. It's just a lot of the individual specifics that you can change. So that's never been an issue. And with a lot of our students graduating in less than 4, like we talked about earlier, it does feel like the student does have a little bit of a buffer zone almost. I don't know if that's a good way of saying it, but it's definitely a good thing that we have for our students. Would you agree with that?
I would 100% agree with that. So we're actually we're going to kick it back down to the arena real quick. So any other questions that you guys have, we're going to talk about that in a little bit, of course.
everybody, welcome back. It's Rachel again. Right now I'm going to show you some really cool things on campus, some hot spots. Right now we're actually standing on what we call as the quad. So if you're looking for any outdoorsy event here on campus, it's going to be located right here. So things like movies on the lawn, where GCU will play a big movie right there up on our big screen up there. There'll be free food, and free food in college students is literally a match made in heaven. So students will come out here with their lawn chairs, their blankets, their hammocks, kind of hang out with friends. It's a cheap date, girls' night out, so super fun. We have our movies on the lawn. We also have our tailgates before our basketball games, so our alumni will come out. There's carnival rides here. Don't ask me why we like carnival rides as college students, but listen, we love it. There's free food. People are painting their body. There's purple shirts everywhere, so super cool, super fun time. And we also have something called Fuel for Finals here, so that happens at the end of every semester. Super cool. GCU will give us free food, free coffee, free GCBC, all this good stuff, just for us to get a kind of a break from studying from finals. So I'll go ahead and show you our arena. It's located back this way, so lots of good things that happen in here. So we have our basketball games here. So we are Division I university, so our men's and women both perform there. Our basketball games are literally a sight to see. You have to come to GCU and you have to experience it at least once in your lifetime. Super fun. They make the arena shake. Even if you don't like basketball, you come to the games for the experience. They make the arena shake. People have their bodies painted purple. There's so many purple shirts there. People have on costumes. Super fun. Those tickets are free for students to attend. You just get the tickets online and then you can go ahead and head to the games. We also have events like concerts there that are usually free or discounted for students, just depending on who it is. We have our big school-wide events like Mr. GCU, which is our male beauty pageant. We have Hanging of the Greens, which is our winter formal. Any big school-wide event is going to be located right there. And we also have commencement at the end of every semester. So that is also something that happens in the arena. The Havocs are another big portion of our school spirit here. So every student is a Havoc when they are a GCU student. If you want to become an exclusive Havoc, you can. You'll get some free gear. You'll get early admission into the games. People camp out for that. So super fun. Always a way to get involved here. So we're going to go ahead and send it back to the studio. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them.
Thanks, Rachel. One of my favorite things about being a Havoc for sure is definitely the Havocs road trips. So we'll have a few of these every year where the Havocs will, take us to wherever we might be playing for, soccer or basketball, and you really just get to, watch the Lopes on the road and kind of, have a good time, make new friends, and just be a part of the community, even, away from the campus. For example, we went on a trip like that this year. We played in a basketball tournament in Cal State Fullerton, and we got transportation there and back. We got 4 days, 4 nights in the Anaheim Hilton right by Disneyland. We got game day tickets to all 3 of the games that we played that weekend. We got a Thanksgiving dinner because it was during the week of Thanksgiving. Wow. And we also they took us to the beach on the Saturday because we had an off day on the Saturday, and we only paid $20 for that whole trip. So that was a really cool thing. So outside of the Thanksgiving dinner, I had to buy my own food, but I still ended up paying about $100 for a 5-day vacation with some of my best friends. So that was a really cool part of it. Also this year for soccer, we played in the NCAA tournament for the first time because we won our conference tournament. Which was a great experience. So our first round game of the NCAA tournament was against UC Irvine, and it was actually at UC Irvine. So I know we bussed about 250 students out there for free, and you just signed up and jumped on the bus and went and supported the Lopes. So that's a really big part of our campus culture for sure. Just going to games, meeting new people, even people who don't really like sports just go because their friends are going, and it's just a big part of our culture for sure.
That's awesome. Mm-hmm. We did get a few questions actually.
For sure, yeah. So is the recording studio free to use is one of the questions that we got.
That's a really great question. And so for our recording studio, as a student, you can use it for free. And so typically our worship art students are the ones that are going to be using it just because that's their major and that's going to be what they're going to be using. But our Canyon Worship Band, the ones that lead us in chapel and put out that record album, they do use it too. And so students who are not in the program and maybe minoring or maybe not in the program at all, they can use it too, but there are additional steps that they have to go through to use it. As a worship arts student, it's not like you can just roll in with some lyrics written down and use it. You do have to go through the process like a professional would in getting the lyrics, getting the song ready for yourself before you step in and record it. And we have some people who are working there who are going to help you through that as a worship arts student.
Yeah, so many great artists that I've met here too, that are trying to make their names heard and really get out there in the world of music for sure.
Yeah. We do have another question. I love this question because it's broad and we can kind of dive right into that in our own experience. What would be your advice for the incoming freshmen?
Ooh, that's a good one. My advice for any incoming freshman here at GCU would just be, come here your first day of welcome week and be ready, jump in, dive in head first to the culture for sure, and just be, come here ready to be a part of GCU because, like we were talking about earlier with welcome week, the minute you drive up, you're a full-fledged GCU student, and it's definitely a good time from then until you graduate, and it's definitely something that if you came here and you didn't really want to get involved or anything like that, you definitely wouldn't get your money's worth as much as you would if you go to events and go to club, become a part of clubs. Do a bunch of different things and kind of just definitely utilize all that GCU offers for you and make sure that you're getting the most out of what you're paying for it.
Yeah, kind of just reiterating what Paul says. Get involved. Put yourself out there. Put yourself in situations that you wouldn't normally put yourself in high school. I think that the biggest period of growth up until that point is going to be that first semester of college, just because you're living with people in really close quarters, so you don't have a set schedule really. Mom's not telling you to wake up every morning to go to school. Just those things, like, they change. And so my advice to you would be I think it's kind of a sink or swim moment too, just because you're accountable to yourself. No one's telling you to go to class, no one's telling you to do your laundry, and so it's definitely a moment where you have to grow up and do those things. And I encourage you guys to get involved on campus in your resident halls, but just I would say stay out of your dorm too. At least just try your hardest not to. If you're introverted, I'm sorry, just try your best, just because just go out there and meet as many people as possible, because you don't know who you're going to meet, and everyone's in the same awkward situation. So if you think it's awkward, everyone else thinks it's awkward too. I promise you that.
Yeah, one of my favorite places to be my freshman year was definitely Thunderground. So I went to Thunderground a lot and met a ton of great people there, bowling, playing pool, playing foosball, playing shuffleboard, stuff like that. Going to karaoke night.
Yeah.
Karaoke night. What's your favorite karaoke song?
Oh, I Want It That Way by the Backstreet Boys.
100%.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. It's a good one. I need to go watch you sing karaoke sometime.
You have to. I'm good. It's not, okay, I think I'm a good singer. Maybe not other people, but I think I'm pretty good.
So Thursday nights is in Thunderground, guys. So you guys can come see Aiden sing some Backstreet Boys, from 8 p.m. to midnight. So that's always a big event on campus.
Week 1 of next semester, remember that, okay?
For sure. Do we have any other questions, guys?
We don't have any other questions, so I would love, Paul, if you could just talk more about what you did your freshman year, that first semester. Like, what were ways that you got involved with the Havocs?
I just, went to everything. So I got involved.
How many games have you missed?
I have missed one game in 3 years.
Wait, why did you miss that game?
I missed a game my freshman year for a date, actually. Yeah.
Oh, are you guys still together? Or?
No.
Oh, sounds great.
Yeah,
what was the game? Who'd they play?
New Mexico State.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you missed New Mexico State.
Yeah. Friends still haven't let me off the hook for it either.
Wow.
3 years. It's okay. It'd be like that sometimes.
All right, we're going to wrap up over here, and we're going to take it back to the tour guide.
Hello, welcome back again. I'm Innocent. Now we're standing in front of engineering building, as you can see, and in here we have many different classes. We have labs in there that is available for engineering students. We also have one lab called Lopes Lab. It is available for every single student here on campus. So if you have any project you want to do, all you gotta do is come in, talk to a professor, set time that you guys can meet on, and that's it. Now we'll be moving on to our natural science. That is right behind us. It's also called Building 6. And in there, we have on the second floor our nursing setup. It's like a hospital setup, basically. And in there we have dummies. We call them Smarties, but they're basically dummies. But they could do anything from you could draw blood from them. They could give birth. It's crazy. They could throw up. They can reject medicine. They have a tiny spigot in their throat where the professor can talk, so it feels like an actual patient. So that's kind of nice that our nursing students get their hands on. And also on the first floor of this natural science building, we have our forensic science lab. In there, we have every single equipment set from blood splatter to all the other equipments that I don't know the name of. Now, we're coming up to College of Humanity and Social Science, and in there, we're gonna make a quick stop by it. And in there, we have our Academic and Career Excellency Center. This is where you come to get help with homework and those kind of stuff. We have leads. Those are students. It's another student position. Those leads, they help with homework, or want to study or go over your paper or something, they could do that for you. We also have, on the career side, we have people who can help you work on your resume. They can help you apply for an internship. They can help you do work on a cover letter or something, or anything that you need to get a job. Even alumni can always come back to that. If you have any questions, please put it on the comment section. Now I'm going to pass it back to Paul and Aiden.
Thanks, Innocent, for showing us around the academic promenade. There's just a ton of opportunities to get help academically, which we really appreciate. Revisiting that last point.
No, we are not revisiting the last point.
So,
other questions we have here. Are freshmen allowed to live in the apartments, Aiden?
Okay, if we don't want to, we can move on from that point. And so, freshmen are allowed to live in apartments, and so what typically happens is it's on a lottery-based system. This is actually the first year that students get to have that opportunity, and so you can contact your admissions counselor. I believe currently it's going to be full up for this next year, but that is something that we are exploring moving forward, so I encourage you to look into that with your admissions counselor.
Just a little thing that I would suggest, though, I would always recommend living in the dorms your freshman year, especially, just because I feel personally that the community aspect in the dorms is a stronger kind of feel there. You get to meet more people. It's much easier to roll out of bed and walk to Chick-fil-A than it is to meal prep and worry about cooking and stuff like that. But obviously, you guys know yourselves best. If you guys know that you really want your own space and you really want to have, that kitchen to be able to cook, the apartment would be the option for you. And like Aiden was saying, definitely look into that option for sure.
And that was, to be honest, living in a dorm my freshman year as a senior in high school, that was kind of terrifying to me, sharing a living space with someone. But I don't regret it for a second. I absolutely loved it. It forces you to grow as a human being, I think, especially because a lot of people growing up, they don't share a room with someone else. I hadn't shared a room with someone since I was 5, and so it was definitely just amazing to have that period of growth, and I've lived in a dorm the past 2 years, and I've absolutely loved it. One of our next questions we have is, what does the parking situation look like on campus? Do you want to talk about that?
So here we have a bunch of different parking structures on campus. It's only $150 for covered parking here at GCU, which is much different than a lot of other schools that you guys will see. A lot of other places will try to charge you, $600-700 a semester for parking, which is pretty crazy. But here at GCU, it's just $150 a year for parking in our parking garages, and we have a bunch of different ones open for our students. So you would be, as a freshman, able to park on campus if you guys wanted to, which is a really cool, aspect of our campus life for sure.
That's awesome. Are animals allowed on campus?
Service animals are allowed. Service and support animals will be allowed on campus. They would have to be registered through Students' Disability Services, however. So if you guys wanted to, bring your emotional support animal or your service animal onto campus, that would be something you guys have to worry about, getting, cleared and stuff like that. But you would be able to bring, small aquarium animals such as turtles or fish or little, hamsters and stuff like that onto campus for sure.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing that information. We're going to kick it to the tour guides down by the soccer stadium and the baseball stadium. 4, 3.
All right, how's it going, guys? It's Josh again. Right now we're at our soccer stadium. This is pretty cool. GCU has the only D1, NCAA D1 collegiate level soccer team here in the state of Arizona. That's kind of cool. If you guys are Arizona natives, you guys can root us on when we're out there playing. It's pretty cool. We've broken numerous student and attendance records at our games. Actually, our opening game this season, we broke the national record for the most attendees at a college soccer game. That was about 4,000 attendees. So that was really cool to kind of bring the Lopes pride, show what GCU has to offer, and show that our students and our fans really support soccer and support our team. So that's really awesome opportunities here. If you guys are into soccer, soccer is a huge sport at GCU. So definitely great opportunities for soccer here. You can see this beautiful stadium. It's amazing. In total, these seats over here seat about 3,500, and then we can squeeze another 1,000 surrounding the field around here. Pretty cool stuff over on kind of surrounding the field. We oftentimes have our Havocs. I think they talked about that a little bit earlier. But our Havoc students, our student section, they really love and support our teams. So you'll see them cheering all along the sidelines here, cheering our team on. Also, it's pretty cool at our opening game this year. At the end of it, they even shot off fireworks. So they make it a really big production, really kind of a big party for our soccer team. So that's awesome. We're going to walk down through here. We're going to go into our Antelope Gymnasium right now. So you guys can definitely follow me down here. In our Antelope Gymnasium, there's lots of cool things that go on. One of kind of the biggest, I think Aiden talked about it a little bit earlier, but it's the gathering. It's on Tuesday nights. It's pretty cool. It's kind of very similar to our chapel services that we have Monday mornings, but the gathering Tuesday nights, we squeeze about, I don't know, 800 to 1,000 students into it in our little gym in here, and they're just there to worship the Lord. It's a great opportunity for our students. And, maybe they're not able to make chapel service. It's a great opportunity to go and just worship the Lord. We'll have guest speakers. Typically, they're speakers who work here at GCU. A lot of them are in our spiritual life department. They can give some great insight into what being a college student is like, how pursuing the Lord during this college season is. So yeah, it happens right here in the Antelope Gymnasium. Fill the stands with lots of students. And then right now we're actually headed to our baseball stadium through here. And so that's pretty cool. Our baseball team is actually really good. We just transitioned into kind of our D1 NCAA kind of collegiate level of athletics a couple of years ago. So they've only been playing in the WAC tournament for a couple of years, and last year we actually won it, so that's awesome. Our baseball team, really talented guys. They know what they're doing. Looks like you can catch them walking by right here, actually, so that's kind of cool. They're a great group of guys. We're going to walk up here to the top of the baseball stadium and show you guys what we got going on in here. How's it going, guys? So yeah, we're gonna walk up here. Baseball stadium is really cool. It seats about 4,500. We just finished our last expansion to it, adding 1,000 more seats. So you guys are gonna get to see really cool place up here. So right over here, you can see it. Isn't it a beautiful field? We have the full field here. You can see the stands in the background here. Awesome, great place to come and hang out and just do your thing. I've oftentimes seen students go and join here and just like do their homework while the baseball game's going and supporting the Lopes. So if you guys like baseball, baseball is an awesome opportunity. But now we're gonna have the rest of our tour guides come and join me over here. How's it going, guys? Oh, thank you so much. And so this is kind of the end of this part of the tour. We're going to kick it back to Aiden and Paul. But thanks you guys so much for joining us. Cheers, guys.
Cheers. What's up?
Thanks, Josh, for wrapping up the rest of campus. We really appreciate you guys coming out. We do have a few more things that we do want to talk about. Paul, would you suggest an online student visit campus and attend an event from out of state?
I would definitely suggest that they come in and check out the campus and kind of see what it's all about, because you are giving your money to the campus, so even online students still have all the same perks that GCU students have. I think they still get into games for free and whatnot, and can get free tickets to come to these student events, which is really cool. So it's a really unique thing. So even if you don't feel like you're a part of campus just because you're an online student or anything like that, you definitely are a part of our GCU community. So we always want you to come on out and come see us, and definitely go to a game or go to another student event or something like that.
Thank you. For those of you who have questions regarding specific financial information like tuition and room and board, first we'd encourage you to apply at apply.gcu.edu. Once you're accepted, there will be an admissions counselor who will be in contact with you, and they can walk you through that financial process and answer those specific questions that that they have for you and that you can ask them. Also, so if you are interested in a GCU is willing to pay for travel costs for you to come out this summer and visit campus and check it out, and maybe have one of us take you on a campus tour. So we really encourage you guys to do that. But yeah. So if you guys don't forget to submit your free application on apply.gcu.edu, and thank you for spending part of your day with us, and we really appreciate you guys tuning in. Yeah. Have a great night.
Lopes up.